Hey everyone, welcome to Mountain Beast Mysteries. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Bigfoot cover-up conspiracy and the idea that the government is hiding the fact that Sasquatch and Bigfoot-like creatures exist in our wildlands. This is a subject that I find more and more people are talking about, and more people are in fact becoming convinced that this is actually happening. But before we get into this subject, I have a quick message from our sponsor. This video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet. The Ridge Wallet is a sleek, durable, minimalist wallet that is perfect for your everyday carry loadout. They make it in aluminum, carbon fiber, and titanium. I got mine in the aluminum version in OD green because I think it looks the coolest, and mine also has a money clip on it. However, because I hate having things in my pockets altogether, wearing out my pants, I actually just clip the Ridge Wallet right onto my belt and keep it out of the way, and it stays on there quite securely. The Ridge Wallet is RFID blocking, has a lifetime warranty, and can hold up to 12 cards. You need to get rid of that ugly folding leather dad wallet that's overflowing with cards and receipts and crap you don't need. You need to pick up a Ridge Wallet. If you go to ridge.com/mountainbeast and use promo code mountainbeast, you can get 10% off and free worldwide shipping. That's ridge.com/mountainbeast, promo code mountainbeast. There's a link down below in the description. Bigfoot and the government cover-up conspiracy. When we talk about a Bigfoot cover-up, we're either talking about the government hiding information on the existence of Bigfoot and not disclosing information about it, or we're talking about encounters that have come to light describing military encounters or engagements with these creatures. First, we'll talk about the idea that the government is withholding the truth about the existence of Bigfoot. It's widely speculated that the governments in North America are aware of the existence of Sasquatch and are actively trying to cover up the truth about it. Is this something that's actually going on? All I can really say about it is that in my years of working for agriculture and forestry as a wildland firefighter and sharing an office with wildlife officers, I had never seen or witnessed anything that would suggest a cover-up at that level. Now, of course, it's possible for secret meetings to take place, and in the case of something as significant as Sasquatch, it wouldn't be a surprise that meetings pertaining to Sasquatch or a Sasquatch cover-up would happen beyond closed doors. I did, however, find it interesting that there were many people in the forestry office who seemed interested in the Bigfoot topic after finding out I was actively searching for them and working on a documentary film about them. They seemed genuinely interested and even gave me information and shared stories about people they've talked to who had apparently had run-ins with the creatures. One gentleman that I knew quite well even told me that he'd met a lady while issuing a burning permit who apparently had frequent close encounters with the Sasquatch on her property near Whitecourt, Alberta. They were actually going up to her house and visiting her, and it was kind of like the typical gifting situation. But like I said before, it just didn't seem to me that there was any evidence of a cover-up at that level of government. But obviously, I only saw a fraction of what went on. It makes me think that if there is a cover-up, it's at a higher level. This brings us to the other side of the cover-up theory, and the idea that the military is actively involved. Many speculate that special forces teams have been sent out to hunt down Sasquatch and kill or capture them. And there are indeed tales of encounters like these all over YouTube. They're not hard to find. And just recently, the Alberta Sasquatch Organization has received a report from an individual who claimed to have once been a member of JTF2 Special Forces here in Canada, who encountered a Sasquatch near Wainwright, Alberta. And I'll be looking more into this case, looking deeper into it once I have more information, and I'll try to make a video about it. But it just shows that stories like this are popping up more frequently. I personally haven't seen any evidence of military activity while on excursions out in the bush, even in areas that are supposed to be the top Sasquatch hotspots. That being said, I'm not in the woods 365 days a year, and I don't see everything that goes on. And the military could easily go anywhere without alerting too many people. And even if they were up to something, they could just make a statement that they're on some sort of training exercise or something along those lines. Just recently, my friend Ben Walgate from 401 Files here on YouTube interviewed an ex-soldier who, while on a training exercise in the States, encountered multiple strange entities out in the woods. And if you guys would like to listen to this encounter, there's a link down in the video description. The encounter discussed in Ben's video makes me wonder if they were actually on a training exercise or if something else was going on, and only, the higher-ups knew the reality of the situation.
Anyway, just sat there, and I can't remember how long we were sat there, but I just smelt this like a musty, the day after fireworks day, when your kids used to go out and used to sniff the empty fireworks, it was but a bit more eggy, like a sulphurous eggy smell.
Yeah.
Mixed with that sort of burnt fireworks sort of wet smell. And I was thinking, because I was sort of sat there on my haunches, I was thinking, I'm smelling, when you've been out in the field a couple of days, you start to hum a bit, don't you? And I was thinking that's what it was. I thought I was smelling myself, starting to reek a bit, because it's hot out there as well. But then for some reason, I don't know, either I heard something or something made me sort of look over my right shoulder, and I saw something like run off, like from behind me over to the right, just leg it. No noise, I didn't hear any noise or anything like that. Couldn't see what it was, couldn't see any shape or it. I just saw something like light coloured at the corner of my eye, my peripheral vision, just run off.
It's also worth noting that another friend of mine and fellow member of the Alberta Sasquatch Organization, Keenan, who's been in a few of my videos, such as the Supernatural Sasquatch, was in the Canadian military for many years and has never received any strange calls pertaining to his involvement in the quest for Bigfoot. I imagine if there was a big cover-up, he would be the first person here in Alberta to have strange people in suits showing up at his door, telling him to give it up and that there's no Bigfoot. Who knows? Maybe one day it'll happen. I also know a few other individuals in the Bigfoot community from the US who are ex-military, and it's the same story for all of them. They actively search for Bigfoot and nobody has approached them telling them to stop what they're doing or face the consequences. I suppose at this point I would like to say, if you are an individual who has worked for the government or was in the military and have witnessed firsthand something that would suggest a Bigfoot cover-up, let me know. Send me a message or an email. Now we could go on and talk about the reasons as to why the government would want to cover up Bigfoot. But it's all been said before many times by other Bigfoot researchers and enthusiasts. It would get in the way of logging and oil and gas and industry and blah 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 blah. These things may be true, and protection protocols and restrictions would have to be put in place if Sasquatch was actually scientifically proven. But what I found most interesting in my thinking is that the government has come to a point where they are willing to disclose UFOs and alien life, something that's incredibly more significant in my opinion, and that has vastly greater implications to humanity than a North American great ape does. It makes you wonder if this is actually going on. If they're willing to say aliens and UFOs exist, then they might as well just say, oh, by the way, Bigfoot's real too. Anyways, these are just my thoughts and opinions, and I don't claim to be right or wrong. I'm just sharing ideas, and I would like to hear yours in the comments below. But that's all I have for today's video, guys. We'll see you next time on Mountain Beast Mysteries.